Hey, I'm trying to live until I die. Come connect, you know it's a LUID State of Mind. Yeah, yeah, talking traveling. If you wanna fly, fitness and finance, living a better life, keep it raw, no filter, living with no limit. Thank you for tuning in. Come on, let's get it.
Anthony. How do you pronounce your last name, Anthony? Because I know I'm going to fuck it up.
Don't worry. I'm going to fuck it up saying it to you now. It's my name. Grisancich.
Grisancich. Welcome to LUID State of Mind, mate.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, look, it's our pleasure. It's our pleasure. You're another connection to the Langwarrin Running Club.
Yes, I am.
You're a proud member.
Proud member, yes.
How long have you been with them?
Well, it was I was living in Langwarrin at the time. It was about 2022, and I had a couple of free weekends to myself for a few things, and I was always curious about it. And then one day I just turned up, and it was bucketing down rain. It was in Frankston, and yeah, from then on, I was every second weekend and joined the crew. I was always at the back because I was probably one of the slower ones. I was only starting my running journey back then, but yeah, today I went this morning, and now I'm just keep running, still around the back of the group, but just having a ball.
Doesn't matter, mate. Doesn't matter where you are, as long as you're participating.
Exactly.
And you enjoy what you're doing. And I mean, running for a lot of people is about community. It's about fitness. It's about mental health. It's about well-being.
Exactly.
Longevity, which is everything that we're about here, which is great. And our relationship to your club is special to us because, as I said, we've had a lot of guests from your club.
Yeah.
A lot of guests have got their own stories, and they've got some great stories and have told some great stories, and I'm sure we're going to get some more along too. And today it's your turn, isn't it?
It is, yes. What's that, the fourth Langy runner to come on?
Yep. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
Hey, we talked about podcasting. Obviously, you've got your own podcast.
Yep.
I want to talk about that first because it obviously it's probably really intriguing to you, the setup that we have here, as opposed to what you've got at home. Now, everybody's got to start somewhere.
Yep.
The thing with me is I start with a hiss and a fucking roar, and I do everything as best I possibly can. But I know that's not in everybody's availability to be able to just get a whole lot of equipment and then have a studio and start a podcast.
Yes.
And I've often said that just because you can doesn't mean you should.
No.
But podcasting is available to everybody and anybody. Tell us about your journey. How did it get started for you?
Well, it was 2021. We're in, I don't know, day 200 and whatever during that beautiful time we had of that in being a Melburnian.
Oh, the C word.
The C word.
Yeah, we don't talk about the C word.
No, we don't talk about the C word. True story. My kids, we had a pandemic. We were in lockdown. I'm like, oh, Matt, I did block you out from all that. But no, I've always wanted to talk about, like, I was locked in my house watching a lot of YouTube. I went away a lot. Not a lot, but, started taking the kids out when they were about 2, 3, or 1 actually was the first time we went away. And I'm like, I want to get everything off my chest and talk about camping. And I went, cool. How do I start? And I had a friend of mine literally just stop his podcast because he just lost the energy for it. He had 2 road mics, 2 road stands, and like a mixer. And he goes, I'll sell it to you. Oh, cool. So
Perfect.
I bought it off him.
Perfect.
And I still got the same gear. Those Rode pod mics are Australian made. They're fantastic and they still work. And I started a couple episodes probably in 2023. So there was a big break. There was I recorded something and I pulled back, and then I did it again and pulled back. Actually, the first one was 2022. And then it was only about 2024, I really said, nah, I'm sick of just half-assing it. I'm going to do it properly. So that's when I released episode 4. We are back, and I've been as consistent as life can let me be until today, episode 40, that was only released.
All right. So I don't know you. I don't know what your podcast is about.
Yeah.
Give me a synopsis of what your podcast is about.
So I talk about my experiences camping. Getting Out podcast. It was actually called Outpack Podcast. I don't know why I called it that back then. I was trying to create another brand with something else. But Getting Out podcast is about a bloke, a dad, anyone who hasn't been camping or starting their journey or been camping, just tips and tricks of how to get out and go. To sort of get rid of that, oh my God, I hate camping, or it's roughing it out, or why would I spend this money on camping? And if you've got kids that say, oh, Dad, my mates go camping, can we try? Or Mum, or wherever. It's just those tips to sort of go, anyone anyone can do it. I can do it. And the person listening on the other end are hopefully saying, it's not that hard. I do not need to spend $3,000 on a setup. I just can do it easy. And my podcast is just getting out there, like just giving that extra encouragement, having a chat, even setting up your car. I have a basic Toyota Prado 2013. It had no bull bar, nothing. I still went out. And people sort of just I think they're scared, or they've watched things and think they have to do the same, but they don't.
Well, I know from my personal outlook, I mean, I was taught a lot of stuff about camping at school through my school years and my younger years. My parents weren't big campers. Probably most of the stuff was taught through school and school camps.
Same.
And then we would go out hiking with our buddies and bits and pieces, and you'd learn through shared experience. There's a lot of kids that have never had that experience or don't have that experience growing up. And your podcast is basically saying to their parents or to them as parents, hey, you can do this with your kids.
Yes.
Give your kids that life experience, which
Yes.
I think every kid should experience.
Oh.
They should not miss out on how to make a fire, how to set up a tent, basic survival skills and stuff like that. That is so important for young people, young minds going forward. And a lot of those skills can relate even into the workforce and what they do in their jobs. So what you're doing is fantastic, because as I said, you've got the market of these parents that maybe have not had as much experience, but they want to go do it, and they just need a little bit of help and advice.
Yeah. It's like, you buy a new tent. Don't set it up. Don't wait to set up the new tent when you go camping. I give that advice of do it in the backyard with the kids.
Yeah.
Even don't rely on a YouTube video, because you're camping might have no reception. Film what you do, making that tent with the kids. So you go, right, oh, how do I do that again? Oh, I remember now. Just go to my phone. That's pre-recorded.
Yeah.
Like tips like that is when you go see people camping, you see the poles everywhere or people
Mum
swearing.
and dad arguing.
Oh, yeah. Look, I go by myself with my kids. I'm separated dad. And, we've evolved so many different setups, and it's all been bought off marketplace. And that's the other thing is, like, people go, I got to spend all this money, but you don't. You can borrow stuff. I even say on my podcast, you want to borrow my stove, message me.
Yeah.
We've got friends that go camping and, they're like, oh, we're going to buy this, buy that. We're going the same time, the same place. I've got all the equipment. Just clean
Got
it
you
after.
covered. Got you covered.
Got it covered.
Got you covered.
Exactly.
And going back on that point that you made about putting it up in the backyard, if you live in an apartment, go down the park.
Exactly.
Go down the park.
Kids will love it.
Yeah.
You'll
It's
love
an
it.
adventure in itself, just
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you get to relive it again in the wildlife, which is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Because my two have been going since they're 1 year old, and they know that they see a fire, they're not going to be like kids that probably go, oh, let's put this in the fire, let's put all those little thoughts that can come in. They know that that's dangerous. They know how to respect it. Then even get to a campsite where someone's been before, they won't go to a fire pit and look and touch it, because it could still be hot from someone not pointing it out.
Yeah. Well, that's building that fundamental knowledge, and the younger they learn, the better.
Yeah.
Because the more they're going to retain.
Exactly. And like, going to a pool, even better, watching them make friends at a caravan park or with other friends at camping. Like, we turn up and there's my two looking at 12 kids that are strangers, and all of a sudden I'm setting up a tent and the kids are just running wild with people they never met. And now,
isn't it great that kids can do that?
Oh,
the best. Just the innocence of the whole lot.
Yeah, exactly.
I definitely couldn't do that. I wouldn't go walking up to 12 parents and go, "Hi, I'm Brendan." That would never.
I
That
do
would
it all
never
the time.
happen.
I do it all. I've been at campsites with the kids, and I put the kids to bed, and they're 3, and old mate across the go, "What are you doing?" I said, "Oh, I'm just sitting. The kids are sleeping. Come over. And
Yeah.
I still catch up with those people, and it's good. It's good. You do it as a parent, and the kids teach you a lesson how to socialize as well, in a sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Goes
Goes both ways, doesn't it?
Has to.
Gettingoutpodcast.com.au. Audio only, so you're available on Spotify,
All the
Apple,
platforms.
Yep.
All the platforms.
YouTube as well.
Yeah, I'm on YouTube, audio only for now.
Yep.
I want to go video. I do a few reels, but mainly just audio for the podcast. But there's
I
future
was
programs.
listening to something today before you came in, episode 25, I think it was. You talk about mental health, about men's health,
Yeah.
about community. So it's not just about camping
No.
and 4x4ing and outdooring.
No, I've gone on my journey. I know a lot of people have gone on their journey, and to be honest, someone goes, "Oh, how do you find solo camping?" I'm like, I've never been solo camping.
You've never been solo
Never
camping.
been by myself, like camping in a place by myself. I've always gone with friends or my kids or other people. I've never actually gone camping by myself.
Well, I don't blame you because I don't see the point either. I mean, if you're somebody that needs to get away from it all and go solo, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if you're going somewhere to have an adventure or to experience something, if you're not experiencing it with somebody else, what's the fucking point?
No,
I don't get why you would do that.
I want to try it. I just want to say I've tried it to tick a box.
Yeah?
That's sort of, I wouldn't say a life goal, but that's something, I think that's probably a bit of voodoo in my head that I'm like, I'm too scared. I wouldn't say too scared to do it. I guess, like even camping with mates, I find it hard to fall asleep in the swag or, just because it's so quiet. It's, you go away and it's like the world catches up with you in your head. And I know a lot of mates are the same. They'll go, "Oh, I barely slept last night. I was thinking about this. I was thinking about that." Because
So it's too quiet. Is that what you're saying?
Quiet,
It's too quiet.
Sometimes you need another night, or sometimes you're not watching TV at night. You're not putting the kids to bed. You're not in that normal rat race in your head or what you're doing in life. You stop completely. And you got a fire in front of you. Like I was going to record with my mate along a fire when I went camping. We both fell asleep in our chairs watching the fire after dinner at 8:00 because we were stuffed.
Yeah, watching the fire is pretty magical. Isn't it?
My next house got a Canara. I'm just going to probably just sit a chair next to it and just knock out next to it. So fire is just one of those things that I love doing. That's the first thing we do is start a fire, cook on the fire, and then just watch it. Sometimes watch it, have
It's
a yarn.
hypnotic. It's hypnotic, isn't it?
I fall asleep every time. Like my chair, I'm always knocked out because it's a big day.
Yeah,
big lead up to it.
So what's your favourite thing about camping? Well, your favourite thing about what you do when you go camping?
When I go with my mates, my favourite thing is sometimes just going out on the road for an adventure. You got your map out. Sometimes we don't even have a plan. We just go, we'll make our way this way. We'll get to this destination. Who knows after? Not we have to be at Big 4 at 4:00. Like that's my favourite thing, and just be able to go somewhere and know we're going to go home in a couple of days or the next day. But how we get there, how we go home, who knows? But we've got enough necessities to do what we need to do, even if we're stuck, like food, drink. Having lunch at 11:30, cooking sausages along the river and having a beer, just because you can.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
How good's that, though?
Yeah.
How good's that?
It is.
I think the one thing is I've gotten on, this is just me personally, is that you say about we've got to be here, but it doesn't matter how we get there, and it's sort of a bit unknown.
Yeah.
I find, and I've been watching a whole lot of 4x4 videos leading up to this podcast, I find it very frustrating, the fact that you're all geared up and then you go somewhere and you get stuck.
Yes.
And then you've got to get out of being stuck.
Yeah.
And if you're by yourself, it's a different kettle of fish because you're trying to winch out and stuff like that. To me, that's not fun. Now, that's just me.
Yeah.
That's just, and I'm sure there's a lot of people listening to going, oh, fuck, why would you ever want to do that?
Yeah.
But it is about that sort of adventure, and that's what people seek.
Yes.
And I get why they do that. I honestly do. But it's just a little bit frustrating for me. Not anxiety causing, but not my killer fish.
It's not my kettle of fish either. I hate being stuck. I've been stuck a few times, but say we're going on a track where we're going on this track and happen to be a bit gnarly because of the conditions. We got ourselves out. That's why I want to go with 2 cars, not 1. Back to not being solo.
Yep.
Number 2, some people go out in an old 4-wheel drive and put themselves in that position because they love doing that, and good on them. But my car's a 9 to 5. And probably 70% of people that have a car out in the foot tracks, that's their 9 to 5 to get the kids to school, go to work, make a crust.
Yeah, hardly gets dirty.
So, yeah, exactly. But on the weekend, it's a weekend warrior. But they don't hopefully, you don't want to put yourself in a position where you're not able to go to work on Monday, or you're spending thousands on repairs, or worst case, leave your car in the bloody bush.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not in that position. I see a track, I go, I don't want to do that. I won't do it. I don't care. Like, mates, oh, come on, let's do it. Like, nah.
Yeah, your
You go have
mate's always going to get you in the shit, aren't they? They're going to line you up.
Yeah.
It's
exactly.
just for me, because I've always been a boater.
Yeah.
And boat anxiety is real. And it's like, I do everything I possibly can to be geared up, to have everything I need to go out and then get home safely. Because the thing is that you can't get out and walk when you're on a boat, and I've talked about it previously. So I've had 4x4s for 12 years.
Yeah.
Mostly to tow boats.
Yes.
But I've never really done a lot of off-road anything in any of my 4x4s.
Oh, my Prado at the front is probably the first time that's my first four-wheel drive. I've always been in other mates' cars, and 2017, when I knew I was having twins, we were going to buy it. I just said, I've always wanted one. That was a good excuse to buy it, to fit everything in it, which worked out well. But yeah, from then it was enjoyable. I watched all my mates get bogged and do that in their older cars, but just do my thing my way. And I don't care what anybody else thinks, to be honest.
Well, so going back to the start, did you do this sort of stuff with your parents? Did your parents take you camping?
No. My dad did when we were 16. I watched. The worst thing of watching in high school was watching on the school holidays when you see the family car turn up, packed to the rafters, camping gear, trailer, caravan, and the kids are like, "Yeah, we're going camping." I'm like, "Can I come too?" But I went to the Southern 80 with some friends back in the day, and then later on in life, because we had Italian families, we always had to go to families' houses. There was always something on, busy, just that was life.
Yeah, and being Italian, there's always a feast to be had somewhere, isn't it?
Yes, I bring the feast camping too. But no, I didn't really camp that much as a kid. And then it's only when I got older, when I got my own car, I can do that. And then later on in about 2011, 2012, that's when I started really kicking things off a bit more.
So technically now, your real experiences, and some of them that you're just discovering,
exactly,
are now being taught to the people that listen to your podcast.
Exactly.
So it's all real.
It's real.
It's all real. Nothing's manufactured.
No.
It's just, this is me, this is what I'm doing, this is what I've done, this is what I know.
Yeah.
And good practical tips.
Yes, exactly.
Which is great. What are you up to? Episode number 40?
40. I've done episode 40. 41's about to be released in 2 weeks.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's gone fast.
Good stuff, mate.
I could be up to more, but life.
Yeah, I know. Life does get in the way.
I didn't do it for 2 months and do a potty for 2 months. And everyone's like, you still doing it? I'm like, yeah, don't worry. Things are happening.
Yeah.
I just don't want to release. I tried to release an episode. I recorded myself and literally heard myself with no energy and went, forget it. I'm not putting this up. If I can't listen to it, who else is going to listen to it?
Well, that's the thing about podcasting, especially with audio only, which is how it was for a long time. You've got to have good audio equipment. It's got to sound good. I mean, the amount of people that sound like they're recording in their toilet.
Yes.
It's hard to listen to. I mean, regardless of the content that they have, it may be quality content.
I can't listen to it.
But if you can't listen to it, people just don't like it. It's like white noise. Just turn the fucking thing off.
Well, the audio quality is good. It's just the energy from...
Yeah, I understand. Look, I understand. So it's quality over quantity.
100%.
And the thing is that from my point of view, that shows me character, because you've got this level of expectation that you want people, the quality of the product that you want people to consume. 100%. And you're not just going to put shit out for the sake of it.
No, I'm sick of people putting, like, I can hear it and I'm like, oh, you poor bugger. Like, I know why you're doing this. Don't do it, just hold off.
Do you find that, because most of your podcasts are just solo with yourself, do you find the energy that you have with a guest just gives you that next level?
It inspires me to go harder.
Yeah.
I've had 2 guests in a row, and I had no guests for ages, and it just inspired me to go, right, find the time, find the guests. Not just random people. Like, people have reached out to me. Like, Steve Fuzz is one of my best mates. So, we've done all our adventures together as blokes. One of the guys off-road touring, like Richard, I met him out camping. That was another moment, just we met and he listened to my podcast and he was on my show. So, I asked him, he said yes, and we had a yarn. We had a barbecue after, had a couple of beers, and we had a laugh. It was good fun.
That's what it's all about.
Exactly.
It's not just about the content.
Yeah.
And I found that as well too. I don't know if you've listened to any of the earlier versions, but I've made it pretty clear that I'm not a people person.
Yeah.
Which is a bit of an oxymoron, because I want people to come in here. I want to communicate with them.
Yeah.
So it's a selective bubble scenario, it's more of a mental health thing as well too. It's making sure that I'm protecting my health, my mental health. But the more that I've done it, the more people I've met, the bigger our circles become.
Yes.
And I find myself not so much, because it's not about tolerance for people. It's about It's about limiting the people that I have in my bubble, in my existence.
Yeah.
And it's just gotten bigger and bigger.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is great. And the people that we had on, as I said previously, sometimes I have no idea who's walking through the door and what I'm going to get.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty about it, because I can have them sit down like you've just done today. You've walked up the stairs, sat, relaxed, we're drinking a beer, nice and comfortable.
Yeah.
And then it's my job to facilitate the conversation and to bring what they have out and on the table.
Yeah, exactly.
And they love it. And generally, if you look at the pictures on the wall outside the studio, everybody's got a smile on their face.
Yeah,
How
exactly.
good's that? So satisfaction wise, that I'm more than happy with that. And whatever we get, viewership and likes and fucking whatever, that's good as well too. But that's not what it's all about.
It's not. Definitely not. And you can't have it like that. I think if people are chasing that, and you can tell, and people just stop. They stop listening, unsubscribe.
What's the hardest thing about podcasting from your point of view?
Guests, content. I'm not one to put content on every day on social media. If I want to grow my brand, I will need to do that. It's time as well. Like I'm a very busy person, but mainly building content. Everything elapses the time and finding the right guests. I've had a guest. I had a guest, and we started recording, and I just said, no, it's not going to work. They begged me to release it. I said no. I just said the energy wasn't there. It's not it wasn't the show that I thought it would be.
Yeah.
But you got to respect this is my show, and I don't think I just didn't like it. I won't like it before my listeners won't like it. I got no second opinion. I just knew.
That's good. Well,
You
it's
just
that
gotta know.
intuition. Yeah, it's an intuition. It's like you know what you want.
Yeah.
And it's your product. It's your baby.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and
exactly.
if somebody luckily, touch wood, we haven't had anybody in that situation. Have we, Matt? Everything's been roses so far.
So far.
So far, yeah. So far, we've actually got some Zoom podcasts coming up.
Have you ever done one before?
Well, no. Well, see, I set out right from the outset was like, I don't want to do Zoom. It's a in-house experience. It's a whole experience to come here, to sit here.
Yes.
And it's so much easier talking face to face than through a TV screen.
Exactly.
I find a lot of Zoom podcasts are very fragmented and don't flow very well.
It triggers me from the few years ago, the C word as well.
Yeah. Look, I don't blame you. I've never been, although I'm computer literate, it's never been part of who I am. It's not part of what I have to do every day, and it's something that I've never really done. I mean, the first probably video call I had was for a VCAT hearing just recently, which was odd. It was weird.
Yeah,
but
I've been offered to do it in like I got a few people I want to interview in Perth and want me to be on their show, and I said, until I find time to come over, I will do it. But I'm not. I just can't do it on video.
Yeah,
I mean, like a Zoom call. I need to be how we're sitting.
I get that. I get that. I mean, it would be nice for us to say, hey, come on over, we'll pay you, we'll put you up. We're not at that point yet.
Yeah.
But as I said, hopefully we've got some interviews with some American guests.
Oh, beautiful.
Which have contacted us through some of the stuff that we've just put on social media. So not disclosing anything just yet, but hopefully we can get something working, which just adds value to our brand, their brand. And
I think they'll be, if it's from international like that, then you got to get.
That's pretty cool. I never thought that would be the case.
Yeah,
I never thought that would be.
You got to take that opportunity.
Yeah, and I've got some good friends in NZ that want to do it as well too. So that's Maddie's next job. Thanks, Maddie, working all that out. How that's gonna. I'd be fucked without Matt, mate. To be quite honest.
Oh, I bet.
I mean, you can't just sit here and have somebody operate the cameras and the audio and stuff like that.
I do it all. I do it all, and like I said, I was recording. I finished the show. High five. I deleted the file. We had to record again.
Yeah. Well, so when you go to the cameras, you know that there's an automatic system that changes between the microphones, which is what this system will do here.
Yeah.
So you don't have to have somebody doing your switching for you. So you can just sit with your guest and have two cameras and it'll switch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a beautiful system. It's available to us with what we've got, but Matt would have to get rid of Matt, and like Matt's too important to us.
Matt's too important.
We need him.
You can't.
We need him. Although he wants to get it sorted out so he can concentrate on other stuff. But
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that's podcasting, mate. So anybody listening, it's gettingout.com.au. Give it a crack. As I said, the sound quality is great. It sounds great.
Good.
Good
That's what I'm
content. You're up to 40 episodes, so you're doing something right.
Yeah, I'm doing something right. I've got ideas. I want to release some products I've got drawn up in my head, and just working on that in the background as well for camping, making life easier camping, things I want, and I've gone, bugger it, I'm going to make it myself.
Okay, so knowing what you know with the 40 episodes that you've done, what are some topics in that you want to talk about, or topics that are coming up that people should be on the lookout for?
I think people are getting overwhelmed with what's available on the market in terms of camping stuff, what's available in vehicles, people buying new vehicles, and I got a brand new this, I got a brand new that, and they're spending 80 grand on a car. God knows how much the repayments are, and not knowing that you can buy a car 15. My car's 13 years old. It looks brand new.
You got a Prado, yeah?
Yeah.
And that's a V8, yeah?
No, it's just a 4-cylinder diesel.
Okay.
But it's more than capable of doing anything a new car does. And when you see other people camping and you see it, you go, that car's like 20 years old. And you're like, oh, that's doing exactly what mine's doing. People start, I'll get rid of that 80 grand car, get rid of that extra money that I'm paying on the car, and buy a cheaper car. That still does the same thing. Like, I wanted airbag. My number one priority was to have full airbags around the car for my vehicle.
Yeah.
Because I want to make sure that the kids are safe in the back particularly, and myself. A lot of cars don't in the older ones, so I found one that has curtain airbags in the rear just in case. And I think people just get overwhelmed at having to spend lots of money to do something. They're only going to probably do 3-4 times a year at most, and having that big asset sitting there not being used to its full capability, save money,
Be smarter. Be smarter. Do your due diligence and listen to podcasts like yourself, because you're gonna tell them that you don't need to spend 80 grand to go out and have fun. And it's the same with boats. Is that you can have an 80 grand boat sitting there. If you don't use it, what's the point? What's the point of it sitting there? And it actually costs you money because you're not using it. And boats and that they like to be used. They don't like to sit there. Seals dry up. Brake bearings and stuff.
Exactly.
Brakes and all the rest of it. So
I want to get a boat one. I'm looking at getting a boat one day.
Yeah.
One day. Just like a 5-minute tinny. Go around the bay, take the kids out fishing, go fishing.
Yeah.
Just something and run about. Something as low maintenance as possible.
Yeah.
But not spending over the world. So
there's plenty of options available to you, mate. That's
exactly.
Great. Hey, when you go camping, do you tow a trailer, or does everything go in the car, on the car?
I've done both. So I've done a show on both. Like, what's the pros and cons of putting all the weight in the car versus putting the weight in the trailer and towing? I've done all that. Everything's been explained. I've shown it all and done it all. So it's both got its pros and cons. Con for towing a trailer, you have to tow a trailer. But the pro is you can put all the weight from the car in the trailer. That's safe. Because if you go over your GVM, that's your, say your car's rated for 3 ton, you put 3.1 ton on it, you're technically uninsured if you have an accident, your car's overweight.
Yeah.
So putting that weight in the trailer is going to be beneficial for safety of driving and ease of use of getting stuff in and out of the car.
So those people that don't know, so every vehicle's got a GVM, which is a gross vehicle mass.
Gross vehicle mass, yes.
Okay, so that's the amount of weight that you can take in the vehicle.
Yeah. So
at any one time.
So my car's rated at 2990.
So you've got the dry weight, they call the dry weight.
Yeah, which is probably at 2600, 2500.
Yeah.
So you got 400 kilos to play with.
400 kilos is not a lot when you think about it. When you add it all up, you've got a couple of dozen beers in there. That's 20 kgs. A couple of bottles of vodka, tequila. It all adds up.
Yep. But then you put a bull bar, a winch.
Yep.
Roof rack, all that stuff on it.
Yeah.
Then you're really left with sweet fuck all, really.
And that's why you're talking about the benefit of towing a trailer, is that all that weight's distributed over the next axle, which is the axle of the trailer.
Exactly. And that's what I've done. I found a trailer from Marketplace, $200, spent $400 for painting it, fixing it, finding other stuff on Marketplace, built a trailer, and I put all my stuff in it. But I live in a 3-bedroom townhouse with a small garage. The trailer was just in the way. I got rid of it.
Yeah.
So I changed my setup for a faster size tent that's lighter, that goes on the roof, and I pack differently. I'm under my GVM, and I'm still able to achieve that goal to getting out and actually having some space for storage as well.
Well, there's no really right or wrong answer, is there?
No.
Like you need the basics.
Yeah.
Tent, so somewhere to sleep, somewhere for shelter, cooking, cleaning, What else? Anything to if you're going really extreme, you need to have stuff to get yourself unstuck in that.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of safe camping and outdoor activity.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. You've got one extreme, which is the big 64, the big, what's it called? The big, what are the
big fours, like
big
the caravan
fours,
parks,
big caravan parks.
Yeah, they got everything. You
Yeah,
even got a kitchen. You don't have to bring anything practically. You bring a stove you want to cook at the tent, but you bring your bedding, your bedding, your mattresses, your tent, whatnot, and your clothing and shelter, like a gazebo if you have it. Or if you're going to, like, we got a place called Paradise Valley. It's literally just like riverfront grass. They got a toilet and shower block. You don't have to bring a toilet, even though my kids love bringing it because it's a fun thing to do, but it's not a fun thing to empty. But you bring everything, and literally you don't have to bring the whole house into the car.
Yeah.
But people do because, they freak out. They're going to forget everything, including myself. And
Yeah,
my podcast is to sort of reduce the amount of stuff you bring that you don't need to use. That advice.
Yeah. So, well, that's solid advice, isn't it? It's like,
yeah,
as you say, a lot of people bring everything, including the kitchen sink.
Yeah.
You don't need the kitchen sink.
No.
And you don't need a lot of stuff associated with it. Just start off with the basics. So if I was giving somebody advice about camping, from what I know, is start with the basics.
Yeah.
Write a list of what you need. If you're going somewhere that's got facilities, obviously do your research. You're not going to need a toilet. You've got shower, you've got running water.
Yeah.
And then if it's somewhere that is a campsite that has no facilities, in most cases they have fire pits or
yeah.
So the Vic Council or Vic park rangers,
yes,
they have very good facility. From what I know, I've done it a couple of times, and was just amazed at what was available to them. So
there's always a fire pit. If there's no fire pits, just get some rocks and make one.
Yeah.
I just talk about doing stuff like that. Bring enough water. If there's no running water, bring a 20-litre jerry of water so you can put the fire out. Stuff like that. Just though I add a little bit more value to that basic as well because, you go on that basic trip, then you might want to go remote again somewhere one day, and that's the next step. But it's even from just getting out the door and going on your first trip, getting that voodoo out of your head, and just saying, borrow something.
Well, it's the fear of the unknown, isn't it?
It
in
is.
a lot of cases, and that's what stops a lot of people doing what they should be doing. Like even with people coming in the studio here, there is the fear of the unknown. They have because you don't know what you're walking into.
No,
when you get to the bottom of the door at the front, you don't have no idea what you're walking into.
No, that was the best.
It's the same as that's the thing. It's a great feeling,
But watching if they got kids and we go camping, and then you watch them lose their mind, it's priceless.
Exactly.
All right, what do I need to do next time? All right, I learnt that I need to bring baby wipes, or I need to bring an extra pair of clothes because the kids got wet, whatever. That's for next time. But you want to go the next time. No, never again. You're never going camping with me again. I hear that, and I'm like, you can't do that. Just grow up. Just get out there, And that's when I literally yelled at someone, just shut up and get out there. And that's how I came up with the name. I'm like, oh,
perfect.
Okay. And then the rabbit hole began.
Light bulb moment. Well, mate, what you're doing is fantastic. You're
Thanks.
providing a service to the community.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing, mate. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's absolutely awesome.
Cheers.
Hey, what do you want to? Although we've talked a lot about camping and that so far, what else do you want to achieve today? Have you got a specific topic in your head? I mean, have you thought about how this is going to play out? What you want to touch on? What you don't want to touch on?
Oh, look, I guess you look at everywhere. Not many people go on a podcast these days to really talk about their journeys as such. Everyone's got a different journey. I've got a journey. Mine's probably everyone. I think hearing a lot of your previous shows and just seeing what is out there, and I just thought I'd add value to. I'm a 40-year-old. I'm 42 this year. Shivers. I'm 42, and I watch a lot of people these days, like particularly my age group, friends, some family, and I'm like, guys, you got to take care of your health, or you got to. People just look like they're not taking care of themselves, and there's people that are too. There's two different levels. There's people, I think my goal is I've always want to try and get people to. Well, I lived a journey of getting fitter and stronger from mistakes and life, and I think we're coming into our 50s, and there's a lot more stuff happening in the world these days. So,
have you always been fit and healthy?
No.
have you been overweight?
Yep. Yep.
You're looking pretty good now.
I'm feeling better now.
That's good.
So,
And
but-
for as you say, for 41 years old, as you've touched on, it's important at any age, but for a lot of men, it can be. Well, I say it can be. There's always a catalyst.
yes.
You've had a catalyst.
Yes.
I had a catalyst, and it's a turning point in your life. And part of that journey that goes down a different road is your own health and well-being, because you understand, like we understand, that if you're not the best version of yourself, you can't be the best dad.
No.
You can't be the best mate. You can't be the best partner.
Yeah.
And as I said, that's so important from our point of view, trying to get the message across to our listeners.
Yes.
It's so important for longevity, for mental health, physical health.
Yeah.
It all ties in together, and it's all about living your best life.
Yeah, exactly. I've got friends, I see their grandparents or people close to their grandparents. I'm like, you're not going to see your kid. You're not going to see your grandkids. Like, how can you improve yourself? Like, I just couldn't imagine me having kids and watching your grandparents, sort of just, I watched my grandfather in a hospital bed because he was a smoker, but I saw good times, but it was cut well too short. Then I saw my other grandfather. He was fit as a fiddle, helping everybody out. And then one time he had an accident and he's not here anymore. He'll probably still be alive today if it wasn't for that, But then, I got my grandmother who was 93 when she passed. No, 93, 94. She wasn't the healthiest, but she was switched on until only moments before she passed. So, she got to see her great-grandkids. And, no matter how stressful or whatever their life stories are, they still got to give fulfillment to themselves, but they also get fulfillment. Like, my kids still remember their great-grandmother. So
That's fantastic.
Like, that's grouse. I got to watch that, and I got to spend those good times. And I think our generation are not going to probably do as well. Some are, but I think a lot, it's a different world it's a different stress, different everything at our age of 40 than what our grandparents or even our parents were at the age of 40 in the 80s and 90s,
Well, everything's shifting as well too, because people are having kids later.
Yep.
How many people do you know, males, are overweight and not looking after themselves?
About 60% of my mates.
Yeah.
Even if they're not overweight and just looking at themselves, it's just, you're watching them muck around with the kids and I need to sit down, or, it's just habits. It's just, that not giving them times to themselves to do something about themselves, because really they're probably all running at 60%, 50% of their potential. But the thing is, your partner, your kids, and everyone around you is only getting 50% of your full potential.
Yeah.
And then you got family, self, service. You got three. You got family you got to take care of. You got self you got to take care of, and service, which is work. If you can never ever give, if you're going to give more to your family, you're going to lack in service and yourself, or vice versa. It's about, I find my motto is to find a level of 3 that I can operate great at work, where I'm putting food on the table, there for the kids, and obviously if I'm there for myself, I can give the other 2 my full potential.
So you come third in the line.
No, I feel like I come for, I try and give myself the best so I can give the best to my kids and work.
But you said to me service. What did you say? Service,
Family,
which is
self,
work.
and I sort
family, and then yourself.
That's my brain sort of.
But that's
around,
is that what you meant to say? That basically you're third, and what I'm trying to do is, because you understand what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
I've said before. I said sometimes you need to be selfish.
Yeah.
And we've talked about your journey prior to coming on air.
Yeah.
And there's a point in your life where something happens, and then you have to make yourself the circle of your universe.
Yeah.
And you have to get everything right.
Exactly, and that's why I invest in myself in certain programs.
So what you were just saying is that it's really not 1, 2, 3. It's that's the hub of the wheel.
That's the hub.
That's the hub of the wheel. If there's no hub of the wheel, you're fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much what it comes to.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you're healthy and fit and you're running around after your kids, you're doing what you have to do, school pickup and whatnot, then your kids are going to grow up healthier. And then if that's working well, you can everything works well.
Do you want to talk to me about what's happened to you in the last?
Oh,
Your catalyst. Do you want to touch on that?
I think going through a separation was probably the biggest thing that changed everything for me. I think I always loved the kids, always made sure I was there for the family and whatnot. And then I think once your world turns around quite fast, you start feeling ground's the lowest point. And what do you need to do to improve? What do you need to make sure that your kids are going to be fine? More importantly, how are you going to make yourself be fine?
Did you see it coming?
Not really. Oh, I did, but I didn't. I think later on I'll look at it. You look at things later in life and go, yep, that could have been affected this, that. But
did you have any choice? Did you have a choice in the matter? Like, so we're talking about a marriage and a marriage breakdown and a separation.
Yeah.
That's fundamentally what we're talking about. So was it instigated by you or your ex-wife?
I was instigated by her. Personally don't want to talk about.
No, that's fine. I'm not talking about the reason why.
Oh, sorry.
It's really because everything happens for a reason.
Yes.
And although you may not see it when it happens, you'll reflect back on it and go, as you say, oh, so this was, and it's not so much justifying what happens. It's about understanding.
Yeah.
Because everything happens for a reason. It's like, okay, you now understand what happened, why it happened.
Yes.
And that it's happened.
Yes, exactly.
And then you've got to pick yourself up, I presume.
Yeah.
Because it was a shock to the system.
Was a shock to the system.
Yeah. And then be the best version of yourself, mainly for your kids.
Yeah, 100%.
Which is the first and most important thing in any separation.
Yeah, 100%.
The kids have to be, they have to understand that everything's stable and they're safe.
Yes.
And they're in a loving environment.
And that's what we both tried to do that, and we both did that. But for my personal experience, I really heavily invested into how can I do that better?
Yeah.
What am I going to, what do I need to do? How am I going to do this?
And that conscious awareness is brilliant because not a lot of men have that.
No.
They're fucking annoyed to put it bluntly that it's happened, and they're not focusing on the well-being of their kids.
No.
And then you've got custody issues, and we know about we're not going to go into that, but sometimes it's a complete fucking shit fight.
It is. And you got a lot of people that revert to alcohol, going out, escaping it, going on trying to find dates and sleeping around. I literally started running and started investing in myself in the kids. So
fantastic.
That's why I stopped. COVID was you have a few drinks and you this, that, and you put weight on. And then at that point, I'm 94 kilos.
Oh, fuck.
I was 94 back then.
Wow.
And I went in the mirror. I'm like,
sorry, I didn't mean to get so excited
No,
about it. It's
no.
90. Look at you now. You're what, 70 dripping wets?
I'm 88, 89.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're about the size of me. You actually look. I don't know.
I'm stocky. I'm a bit of a nug, to be honest. That's why mates call me the nug.
Sorry, actually, you look like you're carrying less weight. But hey, maybe it's the black t-shirt.
Yeah, it's a black
Slimming.
t-shirt.
That's why I wear black, mate.
Yeah. Oh, look, I'm fit. I feel fit. I've been going to the gym a bit more than running less. So you're putting on muscle and losing weight. It's a journey, but
yeah.
But I haven't run 11Ks for a while, and I went for a 11K run with the group this morning, and I could have gone a lot longer, but I had some other commitments. But
well, you had to be here, mate.
You had to be
here.
You
had to go home, do your hair.
But someone says we're running a marathon tomorrow. All right, let's go. To be 42 and say that, I'm laughing.
Mate, hold on to that.
Half marathon, not a marathon.
No, that's fine. Either way, what I'm saying is, hold on to that for as long as you can. I can't run anymore.
Yeah,
that's been taken away from me, and it's been talked about here on the podcast.
Yeah,
it's a shame. It's a real fucking shame, and it made a big dent. We've all talked about the benefits of running. We all know the benefits of running.
Yeah.
And for me, it was all about mental health, and that got taken away. So I had to shift my attention to something else. It's very hard to find something that replicates running, as far as that the runner's high, the mental clarity, the solace and the quietness of the heartbeat and the pacing of your feet.
Riding, I used to ride. I've been riding since I was a kid. I still ride, but I was a rider before I was a runner.
So you're talking about
cycling, like bush biking, lycra, all that jazz. Yeah, I was a cyclist, and then I started running because I couldn't, it was bucketing down in the winter of 2022. There was never an opportunity to go safely on the bike. So I put the bike down and started running. Oh, 2021, 2022, it's when I started running, because I can go working from home, go for a quick run and get back into work, or finish work, or whatever's going on in my life, I can process it on a run and get it out of my head and then go back to it.
That's the beauty of it, mate. All you got to do is put your shoes on and open the door, and you're away.
Exactly. Not check the tires. Is it wet enough? You know, is my Lycra tight enough? Yes. I'm stirring myself up about it. I don't care. But you know, even my kids were at childcare down the road, and I used to run past it, and my kids would be playing outside, like, "Hey, Dad!" And you know, that was so much fun. And it's funny. You walk by it now, you're like, "Shit, I remember that." And they go, "Dad, we used to see you do this, Dad." I'm like, "Oh, cool." You remember. So it was really good fun.
Hey, talk to me about what you did when you got separated. You said you found a group, or you found what was the group that you found that the parenting?
High Performance Fathers. So there was a coach, Alex Rumineri. He had a small group called HPF. And there was 3 coaches, Drew, himself, and Zach.
So they're locally
They were
based?
in Sydney. But,
okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
But he said, we're giving a release of 50 blokes for $1,000. I'll give you a full year's training. And this stuff's normally 13 grand a year.
Really?
Yeah. He's normally 13 grand. He gave it away for $1,000. Probably just needed some cash. Who cares? I took advantage of it, and so did 50 other blokes. And I still talk to about 15, 20 of them today, still to this day. And we went on a journey. You know, every Wednesday we have a catch up. What was shit? What was good? How to work through things.
So catch up via Zoom with the coaches?
Yep. With the group as well.
Yep.
Every Sunday we had a pep talk with David Lee. He was like one of the mindset coaches. He was a contractor, but he'd come in and do a mindset coach every Sunday.
Yep.
And we journaled. We put our weekly things in, and then if there was a red flag, one of the coaches would ring you up. Do you need help, mate? How can I help you here? You know, they did training programs. They did once a month. They had a child psychologist come on. How do we? You know, you got any questions about you need some help with your kids? Come here and we'll help you. And I was one of the only ones that actually took advantage of that. So I had questions. You know, my kids are going through this. How do I navigate that? What do I need to do? And there was the best advice. Like that saved a lot of problem. You know, could have saved a lot of anguish or a lot of bad decisions. You know, investing in yourself.
Well, I think that $1,000 may seem a lot for a lot of people, but in the scheme of things, the advice and the support that you got, because going through a separation, having kids, it's a fucking minefield.
Yes,
it's a fucking minefield to put it mildly.
Yes,
and for blokes like us, you'd want to think that there's a lot of services available to you out there. You'd want to hope. Sometimes blokes just don't seek out that or those services that are available. They rely on maybe their best mate to give them a bit of a pep talk or something. It sounds like what you did. I mean, what was the best piece of advice you got out of that whole process?
Oh, just, you know, keep calm. Keep calm. You know, people say things out of emotion. People say things out of, like you said, advice from others. And sometimes you just can't take it to heart. You just got to keep calm, because some people can spiral out of control with certain things that have been said or done, or, you know,
reacting to situations.
Reacting.
Yeah, it's probably the worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
I'm to blame for that. Very reactive.
Same
in those situations.
Same. I'm no angel.
It's quite frustrating, because sometimes you've got these decisions that are taken out of your hand.
Yeah.
And especially if you're involved in the court system, it's just even more frustrating.
Yeah.
That's a completely different kettle of fish there.
Yes.
Yeah. When you, even if it's amicable, there's always that point. If you overreact or something happens, that may be the end of that arrangement that you have, and then things change and shift and can go against you. So
exactly.
That's solid advice. That in itself is solid advice.
It's keep calm.
Keep calm.
And get yourself out there and get. Like, if you're not, I wasn't fit at the time. I got fitter, and that's what got me through, is running, a good network of friends, weaning out the friends that gave you shit advice. I'm like, yeah, mate, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. I blatantly said, I can't have you in my circle anymore. You are not going to help me in my situation. I don't see the vision of you and your advice making my life better. Out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just like that.
Yep. It was a conversation probably won't get into, but that was my gut feeling. That was my body just saying, nah, you can't have this person around you and your kids. And I just stopped, and it was great. And that person I don't talk to anymore, and that's fine. We bumped into each other. We said g'day, but it was mutual.
Yeah.
You know, I think he knew because it was, but the thing is, a lot of people, no one really in my friends' were actually in that same situation in their families. They've may gone through it as a kid, but yeah, certain things you hear sometimes for people trying to give you advice or trying to flex their muscles. I don't know. But you know when you got to say, you can't be in my circle because that's not going to bring you any good. No matter how much you try and talk out of it, you just know.
Yeah,
You know there's people in your life you just got to cut.
Well, look, I'll give those people advice. It would be to just listen.
Mm-hmm.
Just be there to listen.
Yeah. Like, it's not all about revenge. It's not all about what you see in the movies or what you hear, horrible stories. Everybody's got a different story. And, you know, we got twin 8-year-olds, boy, girl.
Hey, I was thinking about this previously. What's the stats on boy and girl versus boy and or girl? Because most twins are boy, girl, girl.
Yeah. We're extremely lucky. I won't lie. We're extremely lucky. We didn't know the sex. We didn't know the sex of the kids. We didn't know the sex of the kids before they were born.
That's good.
Like,
but you knew you were having twins, obviously.
We knew we were having twins. Like, I remember I was going to go to Germany for work, and I said, "Can we get a scan before I go?" Because she was going to meet me there in Europe, and then the doctor's like, "Oh, I've got some news." I'm like, "Okay, fuck." And he goes, "There's 2 heartbeats," and we're just like, "What?" And then I went on a plane. I'm sitting in the plane going to Germany. I'm like freaking out, like, I hadn't had no time to process it. Just literally went on the plane straight away, and like the journey. We're here. They're healthy. They're happy. You know,
that's all that matters. I mean, shit. But look, I can understand your angst when you're going, there's 2 heartbeats. Yeah. You should have said there's 3 heartbeats because the mum's still going too.
Yeah.
but to have that announcement and then automatically jump on a plane and having to process that, like you're processing everything in 2s now, aren't you?
Yes. You know? Like you thought there was 1, now there's 2.
Yeah.
And it's sort of, I was relieved, to be honest. I was relieved for having 2 because we're always just 1 or 2 kids. I think, there's different journeys that people have to be a parent,
Oh, dude. As you say, you're lucky to be able to have fall pregnant and to give birth to healthy children.
It was the anxiety of making sure we're going to have a good birth.
Yeah.
That was exactly. The anxiety from that point to when they were born, you just know.
Look how that turned out.
Well, they're crazy. They're great. So no, they're really well-mannered kids. I'm proud of them.
That's cool. That's all testament to you and their mum as well.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Well, they've got a mum and they've got a dad.
Yeah.
And they're both acting their life, and we do a good job. And they've got a surrounding family around as well.
Yeah. I think the other thing, and this is, as I said, I'm about a decade ahead of you. So what you've been going through, I did a decade ago. I think another piece of advice that I would give would be from the father's point of view is that you're always going to be connected in one way or another to your children and the mother of your children. That's never going to change. It's never going to change. So I think you've got to get that in your head that because a lot of people, obviously, it doesn't always end happily or doesn't. It's not amicable.
Yeah.
And you may go through some backwards and forwards, but ultimately, you're going to be at the weddings, you're going to be at the 21st, you're going to be at the certain birthday parties and stuff. You're always going to be connected in one way or another through your children.
Exactly.
So just look at the bigger picture. And I know it's easy to say that. It's so easy to say that. But as I said, from experience, if I could give advice to somebody, would be to be calm, stay calm, and to just think about the long-term scenario. Which is that you're always going to be connected.
Well, what do they say in the airlines? Put your mask on before you help others.
Yeah.
Help your kids. You got to help you got to make sure you're fine before you help anybody else.
Yeah. Breathe, be calm.
Yeah.
And then and carry on.
My past people probably laughed saying that, but now, you just live and learn. Yeah. You live and learn from your mistakes. I made mistakes. I'm not going to say I'm a perfect.
Nobody is.
No. And, it's in the end of the day, people can say whatever they want in the background. It's today. We're in Melbourne. It's July. Whatever happened years ago, you just got to move on and learn.
Oh, exactly. There's no point dwelling on the past.
Oh,
It's not healthy. It's
No.
not healthy at all.
no. I see older family probably dwelling on the past to their deathbed, and it's like you worried the whole life, and
Yeah.
time's up.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like that.
Let it go, mate.
Let it go.
it-
Move on. Move on.
Let's take a break, mate.
No worries.
This podcast is brought to you by Holy Shirt Australia. Holy Shirt Australia are 100% online. They're Australia's largest no minimum custom print and embroidery company. All their services are completed in-house and they can deliver all orders promptly and professionally. They like to keep it simple and straightforward, so they offer cool stuff that can be custom printed or embroidered to your liking. They have an easy-to-use online designer to build your custom apparel from the comfort of your home or office. They offer pricing that reflects your individual order, and remember, they are no minimum on all their products. They deliver what the customer expects when they expect it. They've got over 1,500 products ready for you to custom print or embroider today, right now. So head to holyshirt.com.au for all your custom clothing requirements.
You got some? If you
Shit.
if you don't care, I don't know.
No, man, Scott. Thanks for pointing that out. Maddie, did you just see that?
Can't see it in the camera. It was not too bad. So I think you would have been safe.
Great.
Sorry, I told a trader you have to chew some gum if you want some extra customers because your breath was absolute dog shit.
Oh, no.
I had to. I'm like, mate, your breath is horrible. Get some chewing gum if you want more customers.
We had a rep with one of the businesses, and we used to call him Bernie Bad Breath. Fuck, it was fucking horrible.
No,
Hey, mate, how do you think the first half went?
that was good.
Yeah?
It went fast. It went real
That's
fast.
what they all say.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what they all say. It's a good thing, though, isn't it? You wouldn't
Yeah.
want it dragging out, going, oh fuck, when are we going to get out
yeah.
of here?
Exactly. No, I've been enjoying the time here. It's great.
Hey, man, you brought me in a little present,
I did.
and it's in a nondescript bottle.
It was a Schweppes bottle, but I disinfected it.
That's
The
for
label
camera.
came off.
What's in it?
limoncello.
Limoncello.
Yes.
Now, we were talking about the alcohol content.
Yeah.
How's limoncello manufactured?
Well, it was manufactured in my kitchen.
Yeah, I mean, what's the process of
Oh, sorry.
producing?
So you get a liter of alcohol. I use grappa's properly.
Yep.
So the grappa I use is about 85%.
So it's just a base alcohol like vodka.
No, grappa's made from like the skins of
Oh,
the grape.
so base alcohol. What's the base alcohol for whiskey and rum and?
I have no
Is
idea.
it just methanol? Ethanol? It's not
Yeah.
methanol. No, methanol. Doesn't it kill people?
No, I have no idea what the vodka and I don't know what they use for base alcohol, but grappa's literally derived from like the grape skins. It's like
Oh, really?
yeah, Tane's been making it for years.
Hopefully-
it's moonshine like from place. Oh, I'd rather not say. But you can't buy grappa. Like people make it when they make wine. They make a bit of grappa on the side and they sell it as well. So I had got my hands on some grappa. And
Thanks for bringing it in.
Yep.
You said you were going to. Appreciate it. Cheers,
Salute.
mate. It's good.
that's my best batch I've ever
It's
made.
really good, man.
So
It's not. It doesn't taste like it's high in alcohol content.
No, because it's a liter of alcohol. Then you put 10 lemon rinds, the rinds from 10 lemons, and I put the Sicilian recipe. You put the 5 leaves of baby leaves of the lemon tree and 5 mature leaves of the lemon tree, and you let it sit for about 10 weeks. I think I sat this for 3 months. Then after you make a mixture of a liter of water and sugar, and you mix it into the pot and make sure the sugar's all dissolved and like boil it through in the pot. And then you put you sift out the lemon rind and stuff that's been sitting for 10 weeks in the grappa, mix it together, bottle it up, have it in storage, and here we are. I started that in January.
Wow. So it's a 6-month process.
Yeah, it's a 6-month process.
It's a good process, man.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're
it's
welcome.
very tasty.
I'm quite impressed with that. I won't lie. I love that. That's my best batch I've made.
Mate, you can bring that in anytime you want, buddy. Hey, man, I'm glad you had a first half. Good
Yeah.
first half.
Good first half.
Fear of the unknown and all that sort of stuff. I think we made some good points,
Yeah.
some valid points,
Definitely.
especially for our male audience.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. I appreciate it. It's halftime. With the second half, we started off with a segment. Have you heard about Dead or Alive? Have you watched? Have you watched?
I watched it, but I sort of went blank because I sort of wanted to go a little bit surprised with this one.
Okay, good. That's
So
good.
I went, I'll skip that maybe. Just
Yeah,
because you go in preempted, you're like, oh, I'm going to say this, but
Yeah.
I like going in blank sometimes.
Well, it's a different scenario every time.
Yeah.
And as I've said, my Instagram algorithm's pretty well fucked because of the research I have to do. But hey, this is Dead or Alive, mate. I
Yeah.
hope you enjoy it, and feel free to comment.
No worries.
Dead or alive.
I like the music to it. Wow.
Oh. I was thinking, is this been staged? Are they taking the piss? But he genuinely has no idea how that fucking goes together.
Shopping centre car park in Melbourne, watching people in the car park.
Oh, stupid Americans.
No, that's Europe.
Oh, is it?
That's Europe number plate.
Oh, I take that back, America.
If I said, look, it said Poland maybe.
Now, pause this, Matty. We're just going to, for those people just listening, that's like an F-150 truck or something. It's got some big wheels on it, big suspension. And the guys jumped out of the truck. The truck's crawling. And I don't know what he's trying to achieve here. Just play it through, Matty, because
He's probably trying to achieve the fact that his car's got enough torque to drive itself in gear over a mountain.
Right. Thanks
Because the
for
Land Cruiser can do that.
Thanks
and
for
I'm assuming
explaining
he's
that.
doing that.
Yeah.
But
everything's turning to shit.
this special fella has not realised that his wheels turned.
Oh man.
And he's trying to crawl into the car and go into a bush.
He's lucky he got out of that, mate.
Yeah.
That could have been a lot worse. Oh shit. Have you ever paused that, Matty? Have you ever done any June stuff like that?
No.
No? Would you
No.
like to do it?
The intrusive thoughts always come in to say yes, but like I said, I want to drive my car home.
Yeah. I don't blame
I'll do it
you.
in someone else's car.
Oh, we said you want to own a boat. I reckon this one's going to go cheap.
Yeah.
Matty, let's see what these idiots are up to. Look at the guy on the
Yeah.
top of the mast.
Oh.
Oh. Here we go.
Yes.
The drunk guy in the burgundy shorts just falls over and pretty much drowns.
Oh, dear. Yarra River.
Oh. Fuck off!
Nah. I
No,
can't.
not for you.
I can't. Oh, I can. It's funny, but I just think of my neck.
Are you cringing?
Oh, I laugh. I just think of the injury.
Replay that, Matty, because I really enjoy that sort of stuff. Fuck off!
Bang.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
He was a chunky fella, so he should be alright.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
That's a hard bounce.
he ain't moving.
You know what gets me? Like, it takes so long for people to run up to these people. They're lying there half dead, and there's what, 5-10 seconds gone past, maybe?
Yeah.
Play it through.
People be on their video cameras. What happened? Not
Oh,
go out
yeah.
and help.
Yeah. That was a hard hit.
That was bad.
Probably more embarrassing for him because it's in front of a crowd. If
Yeah.
that was a test run and there wasn't a crowd, He could get off, dust himself off, and
I'd be surprised
try
he knew
again.
actually what happened after that.
Have you ever raced motorbikes? You ever driven? You a motorbike guy or not?
No,
You
I've had this
want?
midlife crisis where I wanted to get a motorbike, but my theory is, like, I got mates who've ridden since they were 7. They're on the road, and they're probably more safer than me because I've never ridden a motorbike ever. To go on and start riding one on the road now, there's too many dickheads on the road.
Oh, mate,
I'll be
you're
wiped out.
you're a temporary citizen.
Yeah,
that's the
exactly.
trouble is you got to worry about everybody else on the road.
Yeah, it's not me. I'm worried about everybody else.
What about trail riding? You ever wanted to go trail riding, bush riding,
I
motocross?
wanted to, but I didn't have the money to buy a motorbike. I'd rather invest in four-wheel drive.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Look at this guy. He's in Asia somewhere. No helmet on.
No.
It looked like those lights were red too.
Yeah. Been watching the old highway patrol videos. Oi.
Oh, look at him tumble.
Oh, got up. Been buckled.
Where's he going? Pause that, Matty. I've got a story to tell. For anybody that just watched that. So I used to road race motorbikes as a kid, or as a younger adult. And I fell off in a race on the inside of the corner
Yeah.
and hit my head and got up dazed and walked across the track to go to the other side
Yeah.
instead of going to the side I fell off,
Oh, shivers.
and got poleaxed by another bike coming through.
Jeez.
This
Yeah.
reminds me exactly that.
Being buckled and just walking
Yeah,
around.
yeah. Play that through, mate. And can you hear that?
Yeah.
The crickets?
Yeah. He's
Walking home.
He's walking.
Oh, that's funny to me because I've been there.
Yeah.
Poor bastard. I'd see people with no helmets and I go, "What are you doing? You don't want to live
All those
there."
new scooters, these kids running around in those new scooters. I just want to put a stick through their spokes. I have these intrusive thoughts of just doing it.
Yeah.
Watching them fly.
We all have those thoughts, mate. Now, Matty, I don't get this. I know it's probably a cultural thing, but why can't you just have a shower and use shampoo, man?
Wow. Oh, there's some special people out there.
Yeah, that's a cultural thing. I just don't get it. Matty, what do you think about that, mate?
I got no comment.
No.
Yeah, no idea.
She must have saw it on Instagram and thought it was a good idea, went viral. So, yeah. But I think the memo was something else.
Well, because I think we've got an episode. No, I can't give it away. It's something to do with a shit baby. But anyway, carry on, mate. Oh, pause that, Matt. Pause
Nah.
that. Now, for anybody just listening, you can hear a piece of hand tool in the background. That's a grinder.
That's an angle grinder.
That's
with
an angle
disc on
grinder
it.
with a big disc. And some guy's just poked his teeth out, and I think he's going to get some teeth whitening here.
Yeah, I think, and the rest.
Third world countries, man.
Well, you'd have to go to Turkey.
Oh, Jesus
Nah.
Christ. Oh,
Yeah, good luck. Imagine that disc just letting go.
hey, it worked.
Yeah.
I was thinking
911.
it'd be so easy to catch his lip and just rip his whole fucking lip.
Oh, if that
Jesus
disc came off, like
Oh.
it just knock his whole head off.
I wonder how much he paid for that.
And what's your
Three goats.
emergency? Yes, I just found a dead body. You just found a dead body? Okay, how do you know the person is deceased? Because they don't have a head. They don't have a head? Okay, are they breathing? No, they're not breathing. They don't have a head to breathe with. Okay, do you see the head anywhere around that you could try mouth to mouth? No, I don't see the head anywhere around. Can you ask the person their name and date of birth? No, because they're not going to be able to answer me. They're not answering? They won't tell you their name? No,
Oh,
because they're 100% not alive at the moment.
AI
You just need to
911.
click.
Well, actually, no, that's probably
Ma'am,
just the-
We have officers en route, but in the meantime, I'm going to walk you through CPR, okay? Yeah.
Breathe down the neck.
Oh, mate, that's dead or alive.
That's dead or alive. Oh. The head. The head. Breathe down its neck. You gotta see that pipe. Breathe it down. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We've got to beat.
Oh man. Oh, some of the shit I have to go through to put that together, mate.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh,
That's just your Friday night algorithm on the Saturday afternoon.
mate, I do a lot of work on the toilet for that, mate. If you haven't heard previously,
Oh, I've got to ban myself from that marketplace.
man. What do you want to talk about now, big fella?
I don't know.
What's well? Okay, well, let's break it down.
Yeah.
What's important to you right now? Right now.
Right
today,
now?
Today. Apart from this.
learning to say yes to things and no to saying yes to things and saying no to things. Like,
Has that always been a problem for you, though?
yeah, I always want to do everything at once, 100 times.
Oh, no,
over.
so you're not a yes man to please people is what I'm asking.
I used to be, but I stopped people pleasing.
Yeah.
That's not my vocabulary anymore.
When did that come about?
Oh, I guess watching family do it all their lives, other people do it all their lives, and sacrificing themselves to say, you know, when you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. Oh, yes, I'll come to your dinner party with the family. We were there like 3 weeks in a row. But I'm saying no to, I was going to take you to the footy or I was going to go camping.
Yeah.
You know? Like, yeah. My old man said to me a few years ago, yeah, I'm sorry, we always did family stuff all the time. Wish I took you camping when you were younger. And I'm like, wow. I wasn't even thinking about it. Like, but then it made me think, I'm like, yeah, there was all these times where you want to go camp. You know, I wanted to go. I literally packed the car, had checklist going, and we never went because we always had something on. And I think watching the kids sometimes when they're like, you know, we're going to go to this party, we've got to do this, got to do that. It's like, no, we don't have to. Like, I want to spend time with you guys. And I'll say no to people. Say, no, we're not coming to your house for dinner tonight. Or we're not going to the movies. We're going to chill out because we need time to ourselves. We need to check in with one another before we do anything. Because you just start distracting yourself. And then when the kids say, hey, can we go for a bike ride? Oh, no, we've got to go to Nonna's house, grandma, in half an hour. Oh, but you said we're going to go for a ride. I know I did, but we got to be there for lunch because we promised them we'll be there. Yeah,
so just to back it up for our listeners and our viewers, Italian background.
Yes.
Italian families are unique.
They are.
Not so unique, but unique in the fact that
Yeah.
a lot of stuff revolves around food and gatherings.
Yes.
Holidays, spiritual events. They're very big on family unity and being together a lot of the time. And as I said, a lot of it revolves around food.
Yes.
So I think what you've said is that it's about prioritizing.
Yeah.
Prioritizing.
Yes.
What's important, and that it's obviously going to change as things go on. But you don't want to sacrifice spending time with your kids to have a family meal with your extended family.
Yeah.
When you may not have that opportunity with your kids again.
Yeah.
But
Like-
it's about making sure that you sort of spread the love.
But it's also a personal life. I can say, yes, I'm going to train for a marathon, but I bought a house. I'm going to paint it, got to do things to it. I can't commit to a marathon and moving and renovating a house at the same time because I know I'm going to pop. I know that my mind will just turn to shit and everything else follows. You start getting grumbly. You're short-tempered. I don't want to go down that path anymore. So I'll say, no, the marathon can wait when we're settled in the house. But for now, I've got to focus on the house.
Yep.
Because if I focus on two things and then something else comes up, say work, whatever, you pop. You lose yourself. You lose your identity.
You say pop. You use pop.
Like you just crack, you know, you're trying to do too many things at once and you just like, you know, you just shut down. Me personally, I just shut down. I just like turn into I just go to a hermit and just keep to myself. Whereas if I'm focusing on one job at a time and one training regime at a time, I can focus on other things. Like if something happens at work, I can focus on working harder, or the kids get sick, I can, focus on that as well.
Okay.
In this case, the renovation, we're going to, paint. I don't want to say, I've got to do a 30K long run and I'm going to be buckled. I can't paint the house. Then we can't move in. And then it all piles up.
Don't get me wrong. Do you think you need to be more mentally resilient?
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah.
Have you consciously, because you said pop, you're talking about, we mentioned ADHD, and that's not, that was not directly related to you, but you understand how people with ADHD have problems focusing on certain things, or they can only focus on one thing.
Yeah. I'll hyper-focus.
Yep.
So I'll hyper-focus on the house, but I'll make sure that I'll check those things off on the house that are done.
Okay.
But if I start doing marathon training, I get injured and I can't paint the house, and that gets delayed.
Well, cause and effect, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So what other coping mechanisms have you got? I'm sure you got some tools from the course that you did.
Yeah.
What tools are in your toolbox with dealing with day-to-day measures, family, and your own personal existence?
Checklists, writing everything down. My partner's like, I literally carry a book and I'll tick things off. Have I done this? Have I done that? I've got a running calendar in my phone that will say, pick up the kids at this time. There's kickboxing, there's swimming. My work schedule, I've got all my meetings in there. I've even got, like, if I'm on the road, I feel like cooking this tonight. I'll open my shopping list and put on my Google shopping list that I share with my partner. And we can do the shopping on Saturday and cook. And I'll write that down. I just keep notes in my ongoing notes and just keeping a roll-on effect. Because I'll be painting and I see something else. I'll go to that something else for an hour and forget what I was doing beforehand. Or, just writing everything and ticking them off. And if, like, when I'm renovating, I have a whiteboard. And when the job's done, it's ticked. But if it's complete, say that room's full complete, it's wiped off the board.
Great.
I love wiping it off. Like, even when my kids come home every week on Wednesday, they got their jobs on the whiteboard and what we're having for dinner.
Perfect.
So my meal plan's done. I've done all the shopping for the meal plan. I know I'll get home, I can cook those meals depending on our schedule. And then the kids have done their jobs, they wipe it off. There's no, like, star awards and stuff like that. It's just, that's life. You do your jobs and things, like, we'll go to the pools, or we'll do some activities, or if they go shopping, we'll buy something, you know what I mean? But having lists and writing down, checking it off has been a godsend for me.
What do you got in there for you?
Me?
Yeah.
I schedule in my runs. I schedule in,
Is there anything in it, or is there anything other than that? Like, I'm talking about personal time with mates, even just your own time.
Yep. So
is there stuff that you do? Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, you're right.
Is there stuff that you do? Like, running is great mentally.
Yeah.
Spending that time with yourself, clearing your head, or just zoning out.
Yeah.
What else do you do personally?
Washing my car. I love washing my car and pulling it apart and servicing it. I go in the garage and just make stuff. I go to Bunnings and buy things and make things. I like just tinkering around with my hands. Even gardening sometimes is just a nice break. But for some time out during the day, I used to sit and watch YouTube or TV, and sometimes I just, I'll just write things down, or just, read, or, just even cooking. Cooking is my favorite thing, to be honest.
Great.
I love cooking. Just, I can zone out, put headphones on with the potty, or even with the laptop with some YouTube content, and I can just go, and I'll be in my own little world for an hour and a half, and I'm just, one, cooking an awesome meal, and B, getting the bees out of the head. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
So
about.
that's my thing, definitely.
You got a good circle of mates?
Got a great circle of mates.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got
Do you wanna
various
shout
different
out-
circle of mates.
You want to shout out to anyone in
No,
particular?
they know who they are. They know who they are.
Do they?
Yes, they do.
Well,
do.
of course they do, because they're going to get a link for this podcast, aren't they?
Well, they'll just find it themselves, and you got the mates that it's funny because I saw someone say, oh, you got like the circle of friends and you've done a run, it'll be 1 or 2 likes, and then the outer circle of your mates is everyone liking your run. But I think my group of mates, they're all like, they're good in their own ways, and I've got ones you can pick. I can pick up any of the phone of my mates and we'll have a yarn for an hour. Or if I need something, it'll be sorted. Or they need something, it's sorted. And even, and they look out for my kids, they look out for everyone, and that's what you need, I think. Good network.
What are you not getting that you want right now?
What I'm not getting?
Yeah.
More time in the day to do things. Sometimes I find work, family life, it's just the daily grind. Sometimes I want more time because I want to sleep more. But if you want to do more things in a day, say you want to, I'd love to build my own business to work for myself one day. It's one of my ultimate goals. To spend more time building that up. I need more time for myself to invest into it. It's just finding more time and organizing my day better. And that's up. It's if it's meant to be, it's up to me.
Ah.
I actually
Well
gotta, I have to, like someone goes, oh, I've got no time to go for a run. I'm up at 4:40 every Tuesday morning and I meet up with a group of people and we go for a run for 6Ks. And we're back at, I'm going to work. And I'm at work probably earlier than what I would be if I just did my normal day. I think it's just, you got to make time sometimes, and I've just got to continually make my day more effective.
Talking about sleep, what do you get? How many hours?
I normally try to get to sleep I'm asleep by 9:30, 10 o'clock these days. I used to be a night owl to watching TV shows until 1 in the morning. And I'm up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning every day.
What's that, 7?
7, 8 hours.
Yeah, that's good. That's solid.
For years, well, I had twins. I didn't sleep for 5 years. So I'm still catching up. So, yeah, it was crazy then. But that was broken, like 3-4 hours sleep a night probably for a good 2-3 years.
Oh, yeah, I don't.
And now I'm playing catch up from that still, I think, sometimes.
Yeah,
sometimes I'm like, people go, you slept like so long. I'm like, how long have you been asleep? 8 hours. 8 hours. I could have done this. I could have done that. But the amount of time I probably wasted watching YouTube or Netflix and all that, I can't use that as downtime anymore. It just fries the brain, I think, sometimes.
Well, when you think, because the subject came up about, we just had our live podcast show for our 4th birthday.
Yeah, I saw that.
And we had some questions from ChatGPT to the host of LUID State of Mind. And one of the questions was, what are you preaching but not doing yourself personally?
Yeah.
And I generally do everything that I do. But the one thing I think I said was that I consume too much shit on the internet.
Yeah.
And I get up and I check my phone. I check my phone regularly during the day.
Same.
I'm consuming content. My phone's and I catch myself going, what are you doing? Look at your phone. Oh, it's looking at the time. Bullshit. You're looking at fucking if you've got any notification or anything like that. And I find that's probably the the hardest thing I'm dealing with right now is that I want to be more clear-minded. I want to have more clarity about the other stuff that's important in my life, and it's just muddying the waters.
Yeah.
And I don't like it.
No.
I don't like it at all. It's a necessary evil. But I'm concerned for the kids. I'm concerned for these young adults that are consuming all this shit. And then there's the pressure from the kids at school, and then there's this value on self-worth, and there's bullying, and there's all this shit that we didn't have to deal with.
No.
As kids.
No. And that's like my kids. I had an iPad when they were born, and then when COVID hit, the iPad went in the cupboard. I don't know where it is anymore. They never had an iPad. We watched ABC Kids and all that shows. Like, there was on TV. We watch TV more than iPads and stuff. And to this day, they don't go on my phone. They don't go on iPads. Like,
That's pretty. How old are your kids now?
8.
Wow.
Mate, with they're never on. They don't have one. I don't see the reason why they never ask for one. I have my phone. They got a Garmin watch, and the Garmin, for every 30 minutes of activity, they get a game, and they do that probably 5 minutes a week each. We had YouTube. I just deleted YouTube Kids off the TV because they're watching reels on YouTube. I'm like, you can't watch this stuff because we're fucked from it. Excuse my language, but
no, that's.
I admit I'm on my phone doing it, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm telling them to what? Look at me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't do it in front of them anymore. I try not to. And like, I've probably swapped reels for Marketplace these days. But honestly, it's helped them immensely. That's why camping was good because, they never ask for an iPad or phone when you go camping. They got the outdoors.
Hats off to you, mate, because I don't know any 8-year-old that doesn't know or doesn't not have an iPad or a device of some sort. And yeah, it's as I said, it scares me with these kids coming through and all the content they're consuming. Your kids aren't getting that. Do you feel it's a balance, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to completely starve them of everything when their mates and their friends are going to do it.
Yeah.
and then they rebel against you and go do it anyway because they haven't had it.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
Is that the fear? As a parent, is that a fear for you?
no, because they're gonna get it anyway. It's like we had Nintendos back in the day with 8-bit graphics.
Mate, I'm talking Ataris, man.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But like they go to before and after school care. They get to play with an iPad 15 minutes in the morning for 2 days a week. At their mum's house, I think they got a Switch and a few things, and they do whatever they do there. But I think, like in the morning, we used to watch. They used to watch TV, and now we get up in the morning, we have breakfast together, and we take the dog for a walk before kickboxing on a Saturday, for example.
Yeah.
If they're at my mum's house, they watch TV because, it's different. That's a bit of a treat being at Nonna's house. It's my mum feeds them, and they'll get to watch TV in the pajamas on a Sunday or something. That's cool. Like, that's only once every 2 weeks or something. Not every day, just mindlessly on the TV. Even after my daughter went from needing TV in the morning, every afternoon for school, to not even looking at the TV in the morning. Same as my son, but not looking at TV in the morning. We just go out the door, and at night time, after school on the Thursday, she'll go, could I watch some TV? I'm like, cool. You can watch an episode of. They've been watching Round the Twist and Ship to Shore, like 90s kids programs, like
Cool.
something more informative than just the crap that's on there these days. I said, if you're gonna watch something like that. It's not gonna fry your brain as much as SpongeBob SquarePants or something. Not that it's bad, but I just noticed different patterns in their attitudes after watching TV. They're not wanting more.
Yeah.
Like I say, you watch a couple episodes, because when we were kids, we were in the 90s, we watched there was Daria and something else on ABC Kids before dinner, or Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Watch half an hour.
Fresh Prince.
And you had to wait the next day for the next episode, not 70th episodes on the remote.
Yeah.
In your hand.
Yeah. Or it was next week, wasn't it? They used to come out weekly, didn't they?
Yeah, we used to come out
All that
weekly at
stuff.
5 o'clock. Because I used to my mum always used to watch Bold and Beautiful at 4:30 every afternoon.
Oh, that's different. Soapy's
and she
different.
still
That
does.
came
She still
out
does
every
to this day. She watch it, and then my nonna would ring up. Anthony, dove nonna, ciao, it's nonna, dove mama, and then you hear, Rich, bloody Rich, you hear him on the phone. I'm pissing myself. I laugh then, but I laugh even harder now because I miss those hearing those conversations on a landline that's connected to a wall.
Yeah.
And it's just back to the saying, like, I find the kids aren't getting their brains fried from some of the crap you see on TV, just always on, and that's definitely helped. But you got to invest your time in it, because if you're turning that off, they're going to come to you to, hey, let's go do something. Yeah.
Well, as you said, you in the notes that you gave me, you've heavily invested in your children.
Yeah.
And when I read that, I'm wondering how much more can you invest in your kids? What you've just told me is that you've taken out the shit, that the time that you will never get back with your kids, and you're changing it for something else.
They're only going to be 8 once. They were only 4 once. Like that, what was it? Jordan Peters said, between 4 to, like, once your kids are older, it's done.
Yeah.
Well, they say from 0 to 18, your kids spend 50% of their life with you. 50% of their lifetime is with you until they're 18, depending on your situation. Obviously, mine's lower, but you only got 1,000 minutes a day. How do you spend it? How do you spend that? That's how I look at it. That's what that course taught me. Once again, going back to that course that you did, it was never on the radar in my situation when that happened. No.
It definitely would have been something that maybe I would have engaged in. So it's great that service is available.
Yeah.
And when you think about, and we talked about mental health as well too, mental health, men's health, women's health, everything's coming to the fore. And everything that we talk about here, like our biggest episode is me and a guy talking about menopause.
Perimenopause.
Menopause. Yeah, exactly. Not having. We've had women here before, but me and another guy, Dave. Shout out to Dave. Talking about menopause and perimenopause, which is insane. It's insane.
Blokes need to help other blokes help their partners all deal with the fact that there's a new element that's come to life. Because I never heard of perimenopause until only a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then you look at people in your life, maybe they went through that stage in that life when, oh, okay, that answers questions. Will I ask him? Never. But
your grandmother would have never known what menopause
No.
was. What about your mother?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
she
never
knows.
discussed.
She knows, but never discussed.
Yeah.
But you look at certain things and go, oh, okay, maybe that was that, this, that. I don't know. But, there was nothing about women with ADHD either until only about, well, it's more, what's the word?
Prevalent.
Prevalent today. It used to be a naughty boys thing, But then I look at people and go, maybe you have, maybe you don't. Who knows?
Yeah.
I haven't been diagnosed. I probably have it. I'm brutal. Some people say other things, then I don't care.
Well, I think my advice to anybody that thinks they have an affliction, a mental affliction, is to do your research. And if you want to get tested, get tested.
Yeah.
I think, and we talked about this previously in the break about LUID and mental health and men's health. It's part of what we do here, but it's not something that we talk about mainstream. I see today a lot of people using mental health as a crutch or a leg up or an excuse.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying there's no right or wrong, but I understand that people will use anything to their advantage given the opportunity, depending on who they are.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be a mental health advocate. I want to be a live longer advocate.
Yep.
Mental health can enter into anybody's life at any point. And with what we're talking about today, with marriage separation and kids and stuff, that can be a big fucking dent in your grey matter. Whether you think it is, whether you understand it at the point or not.
Yeah.
It can happen. It can creep up and it can bite you in the ass. But it's not a disease. It's not something that you won't be healed from. It's something that you can A, understand, and then B, work towards a solution to a problem that then it's not an affliction going forward.
Yeah.
There's a lot of situations where it's situational depression or from some sort of event in your life, like grief. Grief is a form of depression. It happens when you grieve.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a lifelong affliction.
No, it doesn't have to be your identity.
Or your identity.
Yeah.
You can learn to deal with situations where you feel sad, you feel depressed, and then you move on.
Yeah.
You carry on with life. And I think it's important, as we were talking about people living in the past or people holding on to the past, it makes no sense.
No.
It makes no sense at all to hold on to that. If you're looking backwards, how can you see where you're going?
No.
It's like looking in the rear vision mirror the whole time. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
And it's not healthy.
It's like someone asked me, someone didn't know what people pleasing is. A friend of mine asked. I said, what do you mean? He goes, what's a people pleaser? I said, you don't know what a people pleaser is? I said, yeah. I said, okay, so you got a person, say they have all these ambitions and things they want to do, and they put their whole ambitions and whole life aside to make someone else happy. Like, or even it's everyday thing, like, I've got to say yes to that person because if I say no to them, they're going to be so angry at me and they're going to do this and do that. I said, pretty much think of the green mole. What's the big fella's name? I forgot his name.
Oh, Maddie, you're going to have to help us. We were just talking about this at the pub the other night.
Think of that guy. Like, I just think of someone a people pleaser. How I felt like people pleasing is you put up with all the shit all day and you go home and you know how that guy releases, like he gets in the cell after helping someone, like, and he releases all that pain. That's people pleasing to me. It's like, oh, I'm peace at home, and then when no one's around, you just release all the shit from the day, and that's people pleasing to me. You just took on everybody else's crap, and you bug it after. You're exhausted.
If you haven't seen The Green Mile, I suggest you go see it.
Yes.
I hope most of our listeners have. It's a classic. Have you got that, Matt? Just quickly.
His name was John Coffey.
John Coffey, that's the one.
I'm tired, boss. Yeah, that guy.
But unfortunately, what was the actor's name?
Michael Clark Duncan.
He died recently.
He did.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's a shame. It's a great movie. It's a great movie. But yeah, you're right. There's a lot of people doing a lot of things in life for everybody else but themselves.
Yeah. And, like what you're saying about the thoughts and feelings before, like someone explained it to me, a psychologist explained it to me, think of the thoughts of a cloud. It's there, and it just goes away. And I've lived by that. They even tell my kids, "Oh, I'm so nervous." There, I throw them out in the yard, and we sit in the grass, and we look up and go, "See that cloud? What does it look like?" "Oh, it looks like a bunny." "Yeah," and then it goes away. I'm like, "What happened?" "Oh, it's gone." I said, "What else is gone?" I said, "Exactly. It's a bad, and it just goes away. Move on. There's the blue sky." And even when kids having a bad dream, I look at it as, events happen and go, it's a cloud. It would just go away. It would fuck off. And
Good philosophy, mate.
yeah, I've always lived, I don't know, always lived by that. I heard that once and it just stuck with me. So it was good.
Your kids are going to grow up to be pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I'm sure they're awesome now. Mate, as I said, you're doing a good job, mate. You're doing a good job.
Someone goes, "Oh, you got to be careful. You got to protect your daughter when they date a guy." I'm like, "Mate, I'm going to give the guy a sit down and a manual how to survive."
You don't own guns?
No.
Hey, talking about dating, Maddie, have you got that video? This is something I found. I saw the information that you sent through.
Yeah.
And I knew you were separated. I didn't know whether you were dating or not. And I saw this and I thought maybe you'd like this.
Hello, I'm looking for a good-looking girlfriend in West Auckland to do fun activities with a good job and a car. And someone to do fun activities, lunch outings, coffee outings, shopping. And someone just to have fun and laugh and jokes with. DM me if you're interested. Bye.
There you go. There's her handle, mate, if you're interested.
Oh,
Good
luck, everybody else.
Good old Kiwi. Look, good luck to her. I hope she found somebody in West Auckland.
But there's a few people in West Auckland or a few people sitting to fly over to help.
Have you been to New Zealand?
Yes, went 1999 with the family.
Oh, wow.
Years and years ago. I love to go back.
Yeah. Did you go straight to Auckland? Did you go somewhere else like Queenstown?
I'd love to go to Queenstown. Well, my partner's from New Zealand. She's based there. Her family's based in Wellington. So
Oh, nice. Windy Wellington.
yeah, Windy Wellington. I
yeah.
forgot the town. It's 40 minutes away from Wellington town, but yeah.
Not Paraparaumu or Mount Hutt?
Oh, I forget.
No?
No, I forget. I'm blank on that one.
Ah. You got a
kill
good
me.
Kiwi woman in your life, hey?
Yes, I do.
Well, shout out to her.
She's funny.
Hey, what are you doing right now that you think you could do better?
What am I doing right now that I can do better? I could eat better.
Yeah?
I find
Nutrition's an issue for you?
No, well, nutrition, but it's also the money and time. Like, I was meal planning. So I'm planning my meals. You shop for those meals, quantities, everything. You save money doing that. I go to a butcher to buy all my meat. I never go to the supermarket. But meal planning, and that means you do, say, a Sunday arvo, you do all your meal planning, and then Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, you don't have to sit there and cook for an hour every night or half an hour. But that is my downtime, like I did mention before. But you're eating better as well because you're not, I've had a massive day at work, quick, I've got to find something, whip something up for dinner. I've got chow mein sitting there for the next 2 days, or I've got a healthy lunch. I find if you meal plan, you're saving money because you're not doing little shops. Those little shops kill you.
Of course.
Your meal planning, portion size, everything is all accounted for, and your macros, like you've got good portion of veggies, protein and stuff, and you're not just splurging. Because I find lately I've been busy and I'll go, oh shit, I've got a plan. That's why I've done the whiteboard and I've got the meal plan there for when the kids are home. But I've got to do it in my everyday, like a bit better. I've got to buff it up a bit.
Yeah.
Just tweak it, make it better.
Well, you're on the right course, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're on the right track.
Yeah.
And you know the basics, the fundamentals about your macros, about protein, carbs, fats. You're looking good.
Yeah, I feel good.
Yeah, you're exercising. How often are you training a week? So you're running and going to the gym, yeah?
So Monday, I can go for a week. Monday and Wednesday mornings, I go to the gym and do strength, just around the corner from here.
Yep.
Tuesday, I'll go for a morning run. Thursday or Friday, I'll go for a short run. And then Saturday and Sunday is a bit of a longer run, depending with the kids or when I'm not with the kids, I'm running with Langy, or I run near my folks' house. I go up in the Arthur Seat Way or Mount Martha.
Nice.
They're down in Mount Martha, so it sort of make it work. And yeah, so that's been my regime for the last 6 months, 7 months is just keeping 3 runs a week, just keeping it at a health level where I can just say, someone says, oh, we're doing a half marathon. I can go, all right, let's go.
All right, what I don't hear is I don't hear rest day. Is that right? Do I understand correctly that you don't have a rest day?
I do have a rest day. So if it's not Saturday or Sunday, I rest Saturday or I'll rest Sunday.
Okay.
It depends. So I rest. I'm focusing on rest, rehab, and nutrition in that sense.
Good.
Back to nutrition, my longer runs, I should be eating more the night before, healthier. I've cut out alcohol pretty much. That's been until today.
Sorry about that. We spoiled that.
No, that's okay. But say I would have 2-3, maybe I had 2 drinks with dinner the night before a long run. It then impeded the quality of the run or the quality of the recovery.
Oh, of course, I can go out and have 1 beer.
Yeah.
And the next day I feel like a bag of shit.
Exactly.
Whereas one night I can go have 6 or 10, and I'm not going to perform, but I'm just saying this.
Yeah, exactly.
And you get older like me, and it's like it just escalates, just get worse.
Yeah.
It just compounds.
It does. So that's why I'm trying to keep that, improve a few things. Saving money, you get a mortgage. Nothing's cheap these days, but there's no point complaining what you're watching the news about the government. You just got to make your own changes. Like food's going to go up. It's going to happen. Your phone bills, everything's going up. Just tweak things to make it better.
Solid advice, mate, because I see a lot of people in my age bracket. For some reason, they get over 50 and they just start bitching about everything.
Yeah.
Cost of living, government, laws, taxes. It's happened for generations. It's going to keep on happening. Bitching about it isn't going to make it any better. I understand about voting and having your say. Excuse me, but sometimes it seems futile because you think, well, why is my vote going to make any difference?
Yeah.
And then you look at places like, and we don't talk about politics here, but you look at places like Victoria and the CMFEU and all that sort of shit, and it frustrates you. It really frustrates you because we pay a lot. We pay up to 40%, 47% tax on our income.
Crazy.
And when it just gets whittled away, and it's going in the wrong places. It's frustrating. Yeah. It's really frustrating.
That's why you got to, they say go to your Greek for a souvlaki because they're not paying tax towards the problem. No, I shouldn't say that.
Cash is king, mate.
Cash is king. That's why I love Marketplace. But look, I admit I'm sometimes a bit vocal about it, but I just shut up about it now because end of the day, if you want to make action, go join council.
Yeah,
I can't do that because I'll be kicked out in 10 minutes. But if you want to make,
why would you get kicked out?
Oh, I'm too vocal. I think it's one of those things. Like I said, my kids didn't know we were in lockdown. We took on the pain on that, I guess, in that sense. But in the end of the day, you couldn't control what was going to happen. There was other people in control, and that's life.
Yeah. It's a shitty part of but it's part of our history.
It's a part of our history, but I think it's you learn to sort of be a bit more open-minded about a few things,
Well, the great thing that COVID taught people is don't fucking wait for tomorrow because tomorrow might never come.
Well, that's it.
Go buy that camper van. Go fucking get that new car. Go plan that holiday.
Yeah.
And I think for a lot of people it was a kick in the ass. Here you go. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. It was a big kick in the ass, and I blame this, I blame that, and end of the day, it's like, no, move on, do your own thing, Like I was saying, I started running practically because they said, oh, you have to wear a mask walking your dog around the block in an hour a day, but if you go for a run, you don't need to wear a mask. I'm like, oh, I'm going to start running. I felt like Thomas, was that Forrest Gump? I just started running, and that's how it begun, really, as well. So
that's good, mate. That's good to hear. As said, a lot of people had a kick in the bum. A lot of people had an adverse reaction to it.
Yeah.
I think overall there was a lot of good that came out of it. Although anyway,
no.
We're not going to. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
No. The one. It's funny because Bunnings have changed their whole Power Pass thing now because apparently I admit I had an ABN. if you had an ABN, you get a power pass, you could go to Bunnings during COVID in the store and shop like normal.
That's
and it was
correct,
the only
yeah.
place. Now they're actually changing their whole system now because so many people registered ABNs at that time, and there's so many dead ABNs in the system now because they don't go, we're not in that position anymore, that they had to change the whole program just to wind that down, which is crazy.
I read something or something across my feed that Bunnings was trying to take on a Kmart model.
They are. So you got Qantas Flyer points every $2,000 you spend. You got, fuel actually the power pass has got like 4 cents off fuel at Shell now.
So it was all part of the
yeah.
discount. Not different products. Like they're not selling $8 t-shirts or anything.
Oh, they'll be doing that. They're doing
and
that
kids fashion.
I don't know about the kids fashion. They're starting camping gear. They started car gear. They're doing that kind of Kmart in Wesfarmers, but they're also doing like their own form of flybys or rewards system now with their tradies.
I just remember when they got the pet line, the pet line range of products.
Yeah.
My missus just go, we got to go. And that's a cool thing about it. You can take your dog into Bunnings, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is pretty cool. Hey man, what do you got coming up in the near future?
Oh, house and just watching the kids grow really is number one. Like my son wants to start soccer and daughter's doing well in kickboxing. I guess I want to work towards building my brand up with the podcast a bit more, ramp that up. But ultimately, I'd love to own my own business somewhere in the near future.
So you've said that, you mentioned that before. What sort of business?
I don't know, it's admittedly too late to start an elite. I always wanted to be an apprentice elite spark. I always wanted to be a sparky.
Yep.
But I went down the engineering route when Holden was around. So I studied engineering at TAFE and uni, and Holden's no longer anymore, obviously. But I loved cars. But then, later on in life, I love general maintenance. I love tinkering. I love caulking bathrooms for silicon and stuff. And I thought one day, if I ever want to own business, I would love to just be in that realm of, caulking bathrooms or doing something like that one day, owning my own thing. And because I've worked sales 15 years for other people and had really good ideas and feel like sometimes I've been held back throughout my career. And I believe I'm a good person. I believe I've got a value to bring to someone else and not, doing it in my way. And the only way you're doing it is running your own business. So making that leap is probably one of the biggest things that I need to start doing.
It's a big leap, mate.
It's a big leap.
How do you sit now with your employer? Are you comfortable?
Great.
Are they?
They're fantastic.
Yep.
I manage the Victorian side of the business. They're fantastic. We've got a great relationship. Like there's nothing, no reason to leave, but other than I love to just, that's just a personal thing I've always wanted to do. I used to sell coffee online. I used to sell coffee online called Cricello Coffee. My mate roasted, I bagged it up, and I used to sell it online. I did that for about 5 years. The thing is, it died during COVID because people didn't want to drink coffee in-house. They wanted to go out to have coffee because they were stuck at home. And Aldi started selling coffee for $13 a kilo. I was at 40, but, I couldn't invest the time that it was the next step. It was either get a roaster and roast or not kill it, but just wind it down.
Can I give you some advice?
What's that?
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. That was. It sounded disrespectful. It was just.
No.
I just know what it's like to start a business and the grind that's involved. My suggestion to you, if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. If you're going into a manual labour type scenario, service industry on your own, you're going to see your kids and your family a lot less.
Yes, and that's the advice I've been given.
Yeah, and that's, I don't want to deter you because that's not what I want to do to people. I just want them to understand that that running your own business is not just doing a job for a customer and getting paid for it. It's the travel, it's the time, it's the bookkeeping, it's the quoting, it's the fuck around, it's the not getting paid. People stringing you out, you doing late nights and not spending time with your family and your friends and stuff. It's a big sacrifice.
Yes.
It's a really big sacrifice. If my suggestion to you would be to try to find something, and I hate it when the Americans use niche, or they call it a niche.
Yeah.
A niche market. I think an online business with a product, where it can run 24/7.
Yeah.
Without your input,
That's why I want to make my own products.
It's probably it's probably a better option.
100%.
Yeah. So my suggestion would be to find something, and that's the thing is like where we sit right now with social media, with the amount of businesses, with the amount of online businesses, it's really hard to break into the market.
Yeah.
It's really hard to find something unique. It's really hard to find something that somebody hasn't done or you could do better than.
Yes, exactly.
It's very saturated. It's very saturated. It's like craft brewing.
Oh.
You know, that would be the last thing I would say invest in would be craft brewing because the industry is on the decline. People are drinking less alcohol. There's the taxes going up every year.
Crazy.
It's just insane. So I encourage you to start a business. For sure. But just be aware that it's all about give and take. And anything you invest in, time-wise, is going to be taken away from you and your kids and your family and your friends. Because what I see here looking at you is that you're juggling a lot of balls.
Yeah.
And you're not the only person doing that. So for anybody out there listening to this and that can relate to it, you're not... there's a lot of people doing it. And you've just got to, prioritize, whiteboard, journal, list, and make sure that you're ticking all those boxes and everybody's healthy, happy, and you've got a way forward. So that's planning stuff. Yeah. That's making sure you got stuff on the horizon, stuff to look forward to.
Yeah, exactly.
Aspire to. And if a business is there, well, then you just do the little steps and start putting it into place. Surround yourself with, which you can quite easily do. Surround yourself with people that know, people that can help, can support. And there's plenty of people that will do that. Yeah. And then that's on your list of things to do. And one day you'll get there. Yeah. Do you agree with what I'm saying?
I do, because I speak to traders and go, what's the hardest thing? I ask a million questions. Chasing money. Or, being there for everything. Like, I'm there for pretty much when I have the kids, I can pick them up from school, I can drop them off, I can go to the assemblies or their awards or the sporting events and stuff. I've got the flexibility to do that at my current role, which I love, which is great. That's why, if there is something on the horizon, it would be that. So, yeah, but interesting enough, it's taken me nearly 6 jobs to get to where I am at the moment, from my start of the process of separation to now, to find that niche role that allows me to do that. But obviously, I produce the result for the company, for them to not say turn a blind eye, but have that flexibility.
I think the satisfaction of doing that for that company should be enough to drive you to do anything you want. Yeah. So once again, I came back to the point: if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where if that was Horizon, that'd be lovely. Like, if something happened at my work or I had to look for a new job or something drastic happened at the company, I've always got something I want to fall back on. That'd be my plan. Call it a plan B. But essentially, I think an online business, I honestly believe building the podcast up to a business where you're selling products, maybe providing a service to taking guys out camping on a trip and bring us, have network with a psychologist that, people sort of get their crap, go on like not escape, but like a camp. I would love to take dads on a camp who are wanting to go camping and just tutor them how to take their kids camping or take their family camping. Mate, bring a psychologist, stuff like that. I think brilliant. That's my ultimate goal one day, is to organise that, and I will do it. And all my mates can detest when I say I'm going to do something, I'll do it. Like, some people said I wouldn't finish a marathon, and I went, "Fuck you, watch me," and I did. Yeah. So
what you've just said to me about taking dads camping, that's your niche. Yeah. That's the idea. That's the seed. Yeah. You want to build on that. Yeah. And develop that, because I think you've got that's a great concept. Yeah. So it's about continue on with what you're doing, getting better at what you're doing. Yeah. And making more connections with more companies, more people, and creating a community. Yes. And then you ultimately get the job that you love. Yeah, exactly. And how perfect's that? Perfect. Mate, there you go. We're
done.
No. We've just set the plan in
motion.
We're
a rabbit hole till 3 o'clock in the morning next 6 weeks now. We're talking.
Well, as I said, once again, it's about finding that passion, and you've already got the seed, man. You've got the seed. You just got to nurture that, and then understand the steps and the next steps, and surrounding yourself with people that can help you do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly what we just talked about is your future.
Yeah.
We've just looked into the future and said that's what you're going to do.
Done.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're talking next time and I've got something happen.
Fuck yeah. Let's take a break.
Done.
Thanks for listening to our latest episode of LUID State of Mind. Don't forget to head to our website, luidstateofmind.com, for all our previous podcast episodes and, of course, our famous merch. We've just released a new range of merchandise and there's something for everyone. So head to luidstateofmind.com and buy something today. We were just saying you can do anything you put your mind to.
Yeah.
And we've just set you up for the future.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not asking for royalties or anything. I just want maybe some free gear or something when you get your business up and running.
I'll bring you, come out camping.
For sure, mate. For sure. You're onto a great thing, mate. I hope you've had a good time here today.
It's been grouse.
I hope you've achieved
been
everything. We've had some nice limoncello. We've had some nice whiskey. I hope you like that.
That was beautiful. That's insane. It's beautiful.
Yeah. It's a 10-year Japanese 10-year. So if you haven't heard, I like my Japanese whiskey. So if you're ever going to buy me a gift, it would have to be Japanese whiskey.
Japanese whiskey.
Minimum 10 years.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
No worries. Done.
Hey, do you think we covered everything today that you wanted? We've achieved everything you wanted to achieve today? Yeah.
Yeah. I think just, being aware of your friends, speaking out to your mates when you see your mate speaking out to you, someone says, hey, why don't you do this or do that, health or something. Listen, I guess, you look out for yourself as well, of course, but, call it out for what it is sometimes, because you might be saving someone's life. You might be helping enrich someone else's family.
It's about being honest to yourself and to everybody else, isn't it?
Sometimes being told I'm too honest, but I'd rather be too honest and people know who I am. I wear myself on my sleeve, so I'd rather be that than fake.
Well, you do, because look at that.
Yeah.
Put things.
That's sick. This is the first time I've ever had apparel, you guys. That's awesome. Thank you, guys.
Well, that's thanks to Holy Shirt. Holy Shirt.
Yeah,
thanks to Holy Shirt, because they grease the wheels around here, so we appreciate that. So thanks, Holy Shirt. That's good. As I said, we've covered a lot of stuff: mental health, business, relationships, just life in general, because it's all happening to us.
Yes.
It's all gonna happen to us, and
Yes.
and I think with a lot of stuff that happens in our lives, it's important to digest it, understand it, and discuss it if required.
Yeah, exactly.
To go forward, you don't want to be, as I said, looking backwards. Let's look forward.
100%.
To the future. So looking forward to the future for you.
Yeah.
We talked about, so you've done a marathon.
I did.
You've done one marathon.
One.
Yep.
I'm trying to train for one last year. I got injured, but went on a bit of journey. Worked out I needed orthotics for my shoes, so now no more injury.
You don't know until you know, eh?
I don't know until I know. I was like, well, I'm getting these pains. My podiatrist took me for a run. We did some tests and put orthotics in, and it's like, I haven't had shin splints for a year. I haven't had this happen, that happened. Yeah, you got to be a bit more special finding the right shoe because it's going to fit your whatever, but that was a blip in the system. But yeah, next year I'll do another one.
You think about all those people that have tried running and then not understood about certain things like shin splints and then given up.
Yep.
And not understood that it's the way their body is impacting with the ground.
Yeah.
Same thing. I went to a podiatrist, jumped on the treadmill. They videotape you. They can see how your foot's planting. You get orthotics if you need it, or certain types of shoes, and then that makes running so much more enjoyable. So I would say to anybody that hasn't run or is wanting to run, give it a go.
Give it a go.
But listen to your body. Listen to those people around you. Take advice. Heed advice.
Yes.
Heed advice.
Yep. And don't be a tight ass on shoes.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
if those shoes are going to be $250, that is what's going to get you uninjured, and they're not on sale at the time. They will be on sale one day because they come out every year. But just invest in yourself because you're investing in your body. Because you can spend money. You can spend $100 on $120 on shoes, but you're spending $400 on the osteo. But you don't really think of the osteo bill. You only think of how much you invest in your shoes.
Well, it's like something that you do every day, like your bed. You don't cheapskate on a bed.
No.
Nobody likes to wake up with a sore back every morning.
Yeah.
It's the same with running. It's like it's an investment in you and your body.
Yeah.
A gym. What does a gym cost you? more than $250 a year, doesn't it?
Yeah, more than that.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense. Great advice.
How much does a coffin cost?
Great
No,
advice.
because you're dead.
I don't want to fucking know.
Exactly.
We're not going to talk about it.
No, but
Actually, that's the one thing we haven't really talked about here is about death. Although it's part of our DNA because it's all going to happen to us.
Well, it's like Mark Boris. He's trying to live to 100 now. He's got his thing, Project 100. We're all going to do to live to 100.
Yeah. Is that the
Yellow Brick Road guy?
Oh,
wizard
him.
guy. Yeah.
But there's the other guy. Matty, you're going to have to help me out with this one. Yeah. So the guy we're talking about was Brian Johnson. The multi-millionaire that has been doing all the stuff to his body to extend his life.
I can't invest in people like that. I just ignore them sometimes because they're just.
I
crazy.
don't blame you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I laugh about it because I've often thought, and this is not a recurring nightmare or a recurring thought, is that. So I started a podcast called Live Until You Die.
Yeah.
And wouldn't it be ironic that halfway through this journey I get a disease and I die?
Yep.
I'd be, hopefully like a painter, I'd be more famous after I was dead than when I was doing that.
Oh, so we go see. Oh, what do you want played at your funeral? I'm like, you should already know what I want played at my funeral. And we carried out with the Rocky music, like I'll find my first car and just throw my ashes in that, like just as jokes. But it's like, no, seriously, find my old car. But I don't know. I never think of it. I have a laugh about it, but.
So the thing is, that's the thing is, as we get older, and of course, everybody's got children, everybody's got family, everybody's got partners. It's something that needs to be discussed. And we probably haven't really delved into it in the podcast so far. So we'd love to have a guest, maybe in that realm, to come on. That would be fantastic because it's stuff that people need to be aware of.
To be honest, I'll answer the question. People go, how do you want to be remembered? You're dead. I've been to funerals where the person was like the grumpiest person in the world, and you don't remember.
Sounds like me.
I don't think you're that grumpy, but like they're grumpy. They're always like, it's like, oh, yeah. You go to the funeral, it's like it's sad, but it's like you remember them being grumpy or short-tempered or it's good things, but more bad than good. Like you want to leave a good legacy. You don't want to be. I want to leave a good legacy.
I think we all do, mate.
I think we all do.
Yeah.
That's good aim.
Well, on that note, mate, we're going to end it.
Great.
It's going to be...
Killing it.
Mate, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed today, and I hope you've gotten out of it what you wanted to get out.
I did. Thank you.
And I hope you're going to share this with your listeners on yours.
I will.
We'll give you a copy of it to do what you want with it.
Yep.
So once again, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And there's no reason why you can't come back again.
No, I'll be back. I
All right.
appreciate it.
That's
awesome.
That's a wrap, Matt. Thanks, mate.
Cheers.
Good work.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in and for your time. You know the vibe, I'm steady living until I die. It's a LUID State of Mind, and we showed you that. Keep it authentic and real, I hope you coming back. Hey, make sure that you subscribe, cause we got it popping all the time, and it's going down. If you wanna elevate, wanna live a better life, keep it locked here. You know it's a LUID State of Mind, let's go.